As parents, the protection of our children and teaching them to protect themselves has to be a high priority on our list. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Detroit, Michigan in the United States. Here we're going to see a car theft that unfortunately there was a 7-year-old girl in the car. Thankfully, that little girl had her head on and her shoulders right. I've sped it up a little for the sake of time. You see the guy with the yellow shirt over his shoulder, and you can see the woman walk away from her minivan, which is in our top right now. Now notice what he's gonna do. He kind of walked away a little bit, but he saw her walking away from her car, and now he's gonna walk back around and kind of go, what's going on in this world? Notice he's not really in place here. He's not walking to his car, walking away, and when he thinks he's got a timing here, he is going to jump in this car. Now that car has a 7-year-old kid in it, and the car is running. So watch him get in and put it in drive. And thankfully this little 7-year-old was smart enough to get out of the car. I am so glad that that little girl had the presence of mind to get the heck out of there. If you appreciate the lessons that you get here every day at Active Self-Protection, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss a lesson. Out of this one, I want to talk about your car in particular and recognizing what a transitional space that it is when it is stopped. Secondly, I want to talk about teaching our kids. And third of all, car security. Some significant lessons here, friends, especially in transitional spaces like gas stations. I want you to pay attention to what people are doing because that's part of awareness. And awareness means you see what should be happening and see if anything's out of place. This guy wandering around these cars is out of place, friends. You know, if someone's coming to their car, going from their car, they're going in the store, they're coming back to their vehicle, that's one thing. But this shows us what awareness really is not just kind of, having a plan to kill everyone you meet, but instead looking for things that are out of place, things that are not happening as they should be, like someone milling about in a gas station. That's absolutely not an okay thing. Next thing I want to talk about here is leaving your vehicle. Now I get it, you want to leave your vehicle with your kids in it. It's a hot day, it's August or whatever, and you want to keep your kids away, but lock your doors, friend. The fact of the matter is he was able to open this door, no problem. Now I do not recommend you leave keys in cars. I do not recommend you leave car doors open, but I get it if you have kids in the car and it's a hot day and you want to leave the air conditioning on for them or whatever. You shouldn't leave the car on while you're fueling it, but you get my point. If you're going to do those things, you tell the kids to lock the doors and only open them to you. If the doors had been locked here, that would not have been a problem in any capacity. Always lock your doors. Are you understanding me here? Now, once he gets in here, then the last thing, of course, is thank God this little 7-year-old little girl was able to get the heck out of the van. And talking to your kids about self-defense is incredibly important. Even as young as 7, that they understand that they can get out of the way, that they don't have to just stay there and be abducted, but they can fight and defend themselves and they're worth protecting, and how to effectively get out of the danger zone and run away and go get mommy or run away and go get daddy. Incredibly important. So please hear me, parents, teach your children. I don't know what this little girl was taught, but thankfully she had the presence of mind to see somebody who she didn't know and get the heck out of the vehicle and run and go get mom. And because of that, what we had here is a car theft and not a kidnapping. And thank God for that little girl, even at 7 years old, covered her ass.